Hello everyone. Welcome to Chapter 2, Lesson 5, or the chain rule of differentiation. So for this lesson, our goal is to apply the chain rule in solving the derivative of a function. So what is the chain rule? So the chain rule states that if g is differentiable at x and the function f is differentiable at g of x, then the composite function f, which is equal to f composed of g defined by f of x is equal to f of g of x, that is differentiable at x, and f prime, or the derivative of f, is given by the product f prime of x is equal to f prime of g of x times g prime of x. Now, to make this definition clearer, let us have some examples. Okay, we are going to determine the derivative of the following functions using chain rule. First, we have f of x is equal to the quantity 2x minus 1 raised to 2, or 2x minus 1 squared. So, to find the derivative of our function using the chain rule, so we treat 2x minus 1 squared first, 2x minus 1, we treat that as our function g of x. So, what we do here first is we get the derivative of this function using the usual power rule. So, we take out 2, we make it as our numerical coefficient, then simply copy 2x minus 1, then subtract 1 from our exponent, so that's raised to 2 minus 1. However, what's different here is that we also get the derivative of the function inside the parenthesis. So, we multiply that to the derivative of 2x minus 1. So, the derivative of 2x minus 1 is that's 2 times 1, because the derivative of x is 1, minus derivative of 1, which is 0. Then, we simplify. That will be 2 times 2x minus 1 raised to 2 minus 1, that's raised to 1, so we don't put the exponent anymore. 2 times 1 is 2, minus 0, that's still 2. Now take note, we can still simplify this further. So, we can multiply the constants 2 and 2, that will give us 4, times 2x minus 1, or we could simplify this by distributing 4 to 2x and 1. So that's 4 times 2x, that will give you 8x. 4 times 1, that will give you minus 4. So our final answer is 8x minus 4. Second example, we have f of x equals square root of x minus 2. So to solve the derivative, take note, we can express square root of x minus 2 as x minus 2 raised to 1/2. Now, we use the chain rule to solve for the derivative. So, again, we take 1/2, which is our exponent, and make this as our numerical coefficient. Then, copy x minus 2, then get the exponent 1/2 and subtract 1. So that's raised to 1/2 minus 1. Then we multiply it by the derivative of the function inside the parenthesis. So that is derivative of x is 1 minus derivative of 2 is 0. Okay, so we simplify. That will give us 1/2 times 1 minus 0, that's 1, times x minus 2. Okay, so that's x minus 2 raised to 1/2 minus 1, that's negative 1/2. Okay, so, okay, take note, that's x minus 2. Okay, never mind this. So, that's 1/2, okay, times this. Or we could simplify this. Since we have this as a negative exponent, we can put it in our denominator. So what will be left in our numerator is 1 times 1, that's 1. Then in the denominator, we have 2 times, okay, that's x minus 2 raised to positive 1/2 because we already transferred that in our denominator. And lastly, okay, take note, that's x minus 2. Or you could further simplify this as 1 over 2 square root of x minus 2. Okay, third, we have f of x equals the quantity x squared minus 4x raised to 3. Okay, so to get the derivative of this function, okay, again, we take 3, we make it as our numerical coefficient, times x squared minus 4x raised to 3 minus 1. Then again, get the derivative of the function inside the parentheses. So we get the derivative of x squared minus 4x. So derivative of x squared is 2x raised to 2 minus 1 minus derivative of 4x, that's 4 times 1. Then we simplify that. That will give you 3 times x squared minus 4x raised to 2 because you have 3 minus 1 times, this will be 2x raised to 2 minus 1, that's 2x raised to 1, or simply 2x minus 4 times 1, that's 4. Okay, so from this expression, what we could multiply is 3 and 2x minus 4. Take note, we cannot multiply 3 by x squared minus 4x raised to 2 because what you will do here is you still have to square this one before you can multiply it by 3. So what we can multiply here first is 3 and 2x minus 4. So to simplify, we multiply 3 and 2x minus 4, then simply copy this expression. So 3 times 2x, that will give you 6x, minus 3 times 4, that is 12. So our final answer will be 6x minus 12 times the quantity x squared minus 4x raised to 2. And the last example, we have f of x equals cosine cube x. So to get the derivative using chain rule, again, we apply the same strategy. So, get the exponent 3, then that's cosine raised to 3 minus 1x. Then, we get the derivative of cosine. So, derivative of cosine is negative sine x. Take note, that's multiplication and not subtraction. So, that's 3 cosine raised to 3 minus 1x times negative sine x. Then, simplify. Okay, so that's 3 cosine squared x times negative sine x. Or, we could simplify this as negative 3 sine x cosine squared x. Or, you could also say negative 3 cosine squared x sine x, because multiplication is commutative, so you can interchange sine x and cosine squared x. Okay? So, that's it for the lesson for Chapter 2, Lesson 5. See you next time. Bye!